Ever wondered how to make the perfect birthday cake at home? Well, today we're embarking on a delicious journey to create a homemade birthday cake that's not just tasty, but also filled with love and care. From gathering all the right ingredients, to prepping the batter, baking the cake, and finally, decorating it to perfection. There's something magical about a homemade cake, isn't there? So let's get started on our baking adventure. Stay with us to learn how to make a birthday cake that will leave everyone asking for more. Every masterpiece starts with quality ingredients. First off, we need all-purpose flour. This will be the structure of our cake, the scaffolding that holds everything together. Next is the sugar, which not only sweetens but also tenderizes the cake, making it moist and delicious. B-roll baking powder and baking soda are our leavening agents, giving rise to our cake, making it light and fluffy. Unsalted butter is the next ingredient, adding rich flavor and helping in the browning process. We also need eggs, which contribute to the structure and add moisture and richness. B-roll vanilla extract is for flavor, giving our cake that classic comforting taste we all love. Then we have milk, which helps to bind the dry ingredients together and adds moisture. And last but not least, for a little special touch, we'll use some salt to balance the sweetness and enhance the overall flavor. Now that we have all our ingredients, it's time to start baking. Making a cake batter is like creating a piece of art. It demands precision and patience. It's the heart and soul of your cake, and getting it right is crucial. So let's dive into the wonderful world of cake batter prep. First off, ensure your butter and eggs are at room temperature. This helps in creating a smooth and creamy batter, and trust me, it makes a world of difference. Then, in a large bowl, cream together the butter and sugar until it's light and fluffy. This is where you infuse air into your batter, making your cake rise beautifully. Next, it's time for the eggs. Add them one at a time, beating well after each addition. This might seem like an extra step, but it helps maintain the emulsion in the batter. Remember, we're aiming for a smooth, velvety texture here. Now for the dry ingredients. Mix together your flour, baking powder, and a pinch of salt in a separate bowl. Then add this to your wet mixture gradually, alternating with milk. This method ensures your batter doesn't get too thick or too runny. Don't forget to scrape down the sides of the bowl to make sure everything is well incorporated. Hold on, we're not done yet. It's flavor time. Vanilla extract is a classic choice, but feel free to get creative. Lemon zest, almond extract, or even a dash of cinnamon can add a unique twist to your cake. Here's a little tip. Don't overmix. Overmixing can make your cake dense and chewy, and we're aiming for light and fluffy. So once your ingredients are combined, stop mixing. Your batter might have a few lumps, but that's perfectly fine. Lastly, give your batter a good sniff. Yes, you heard that right. The aroma should be sweet and buttery, a little preview of the deliciousness to come. With the batter ready, we're one step closer to our delicious birthday cake. Now comes the exciting part, baking the cake. With our cake batter ready to go, it's time to introduce it to the heart of our kitchen, the oven. But first, let's prepare our cake tins. We want to ensure that our cake doesn't stick to the sides or the bottom. So let's grease our tins with a bit of butter and dust it with a sprinkle of flour. Shake off the excess flour and voila, our tins are ready for the batter. Pour the batter equally into the prepared cake tins. Make sure to smooth out the top with a spatula for an even rise. We're aiming for that perfect symmetrical cake, aren't we? Here's a pro tip. Tap the tins gently on your kitchen counter a few times. This will remove any large air bubbles and will help your cake rise evenly. Now, it's time to introduce our batter-filled tins to the oven. We've preheated our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or 175 degrees Celsius if you prefer. This is the standard baking temperature for most cakes and ensures that our cake bakes evenly and rises beautifully. Slide the tins into the middle rack of the oven. This positioning is important because it allows for even heat distribution. Set your timer for 25 to 30 minutes. While baking times can vary depending on the oven, this is a good average time for a standard-sized cake. While the cake is baking, resist the urge to open the oven door. This could cause a drop in temperature and interrupt the baking process. However, you'll know when your cake is done when it turns a beautiful golden brown, and a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Finally, when your timer goes off, remove the tins from the oven and let them cool on a wire rack for about 10 minutes. After that, you should be able to easily turn the cakes out of the tins. As the cake bakes, the aroma will fill your kitchen, making the wait worth it. A birthday cake isn't complete without some fun and creative decorations. Now, let's dive into the world of frosting and glazes, sprinkles and fondants. where the only limit is your imagination. The decoration phase is where your cake truly comes to life, and it's your chance to add that personal touch that makes your cake stand out. First things first, let's talk frosting. There's a myriad of options out there: buttercream, cream cheese, ganache, royal icing, and so many more. But for a birthday cake, nothing beats the classic buttercream. It's smooth, it's sweet, and it's easy to tint with food coloring. Plus, it holds up well under a variety of decorations. Now, how about some decoration techniques? Well, you're in luck because there's a whole palette of techniques to choose from. You could go for the rustic look with a rough iced finish, or you can add texture with a piping bag and different tips. You can pipe rosettes, stars, or even write a message. And if you're feeling particularly artistic, you can try your hand at cake painting with edible colors. But let's not forget about the sprinkles, edible glitter, and fondants. These little details can make a world of difference. Sprinkles add a pop of color and a bit of crunch. Edible glitter brings a touch of glam and sparkle. And fondants? Well, they're like Play-Doh for bakers. You can mold them into any shape or figure you want. Perfect for themed birthday cakes. And remember, when decorating, less is often more. You want the decorations to enhance the cake, not overpower it. So take a step back every now and then to check your progress and make sure the cake still looks appetizing. If you're not sure where to start, don't worry. There's no right or wrong way to decorate a cake. It's all about expressing your creativity and having fun. So don't be afraid to experiment and try new things. After all, the beauty of homemade cakes is in their uniqueness. Remember, the goal is not to create a perfect cake, but a cake that's perfect for the birthday celebrant. Think about their favorite colors, their hobbies, or anything that would make them smile. And most importantly, don't forget to have fun while you're at it. And there you have it, a beautifully decorated homemade birthday cake. Making a birthday cake at home isn't just about baking, it's about creating memories. We've journeyed together through the delightful process of making a homemade birthday cake, from the very beginning to the end. It's been a sweet ride, wouldn't you say? Let's take a brief stroll down memory lane. We started with the basics, gathering our ingredients. Quality, remember, is key. Fresh, wholesome ingredients make all the difference in the world. Then we moved on to prepping our cake batter. It's all about the balance of flavors and textures, ensuring that our cake is moist, fluffy, and decadently delicious. Next came the exciting part, baking the cake. This is where we transformed our simple batter into a delightful dessert, and the aroma wafting from the oven was nothing short of heavenly. Patience was our friend here, as we waited for the magic to happen. And who could forget the pinnacle of our journey? Decorating the cake? This is where we let our creativity shine, personalizing our cake with colorful frosting, sprinkles, and whatever else our hearts desired. The result was a feast for both the eyes and the palate. But our journey doesn't end here. Once your cake is ready, there are a few more things to keep in mind. When it comes to serving, remember that presentation is key. A beautiful cake stand or an elegant serving plate can elevate your cake to new heights. And what about storing the cake? Airtight containers are your best bet for keeping your cake fresh and moist for days. So there you have it, the entire process of making a homemade birthday cake broken down into simple, manageable steps. Remember, the joy of baking isn't just in the eating, but also in the making. It's a labor of love, a testament to your creativity and passion. So next time a birthday rolls around, impress your loved ones with a homemade cake made with love and passion. And remember, every cake you bake is a celebration of your culinary journey.